right. So hello everyone. This could very well be my first motovlog, although it's definitely not my first attempt at it. I mean, I tried it the last time, although it was really good from video point of view, but the audio had some problems. I don't know, maybe I messed it up. I'm gonna find out today. I've changed the location of my mic a little bit, and I'll see if I'm audible this time and if it comes out any good. If it doesn't, then we have more attempts to go at, I guess. Anyways, it is how it is right now, so let's see. So welcome to my channel everyone, and I hope I'm going to be able to sustain what I've started here. So today I'm traveling from my hometown, that is my workplace. Okay, there is some good people trying to make some new contacts, I guess, in the middle of roads. So I'm traveling to where my family is at currently, and it's not that far off. I come from the hills, as you people can see, and I'm gonna show you how the roads are. I'm pretty sure they're not that good, but then who am I to complain? Okay, that's a lot of traffic. There always is. So as you people can see, I own a Meteor 350. I got it last year, sometime in May. And oh, there's a feisty one. I've been trying to drive as much as I can, but to my disappointment, I've not been able to that much. Something or the other comes up and I'm not able to take it on long rides. There are a lot of potholes, a lot of them. I remember almost where they are, but I haven't named them yet. I don't want to get too attached. There's this never-ending traffic. You just keep on assuming it's going to be better after another overtake. But so many overtakes later, you just realize it's futile. Thank you very much. This is what makes things interesting. Having to maneuver in traffic and having to maneuver on bad roads. Hey, thank you very much again. Well, things just seem to be opening up a little bit for me. That's the Sankat Mochan temple. Jai Hanuman. What do we say? Is it a good luck or is it a bad luck? See, maneuvering, still maneuvering. mic is doing justice to the sound of this good bike, because I really love how this 349 single sounds. I mean, twin cylinders are good, they're fast, the pickup is really nice, they have got ample of torque, but there's just something about a single that makes you fall in love with it. Okay, that's a weird place to park your vehicle, man. On a turn, especially when there is no runoff areas. Well, this one, the whole highway used to be like this back in the day from Shimla to Chandigarh. It was a double-lane highway, this was the width. Slowly the traffic kept on increasing, and there came a time when they had to make a decision about widening the roads. So the 4-laning of this highway is going on. Okay, what's going on? It's a sort of forest fire, I guess. Yep. Well, I don't know who the hell started it, but definitely not a good thing. Look at it, there's more. What the hell's going on? Seriously, man. Okay. I think that was it. There's no more forest fires in here. Okay, there's somebody trying to move. See, this highway never lets you enjoy the road. I mean, there's always going to be people trying to overtake others. There's always going to be turns where you're going to be kept busy by idiots like this. But then I guess that's what makes the journey interesting. It would be rather boring, right? I don't know. What's your take on this? Do let me know in the comments. Who likes clean roads that they can simply just rev up on and forget about everything? And which ones like some traffic, maneuvering, and all of those things? The weather seems fine today. It's a bit cloudy, so there is a little respite from the scorching sun. It's not overly cloudy. It's not like I'm gonna see any rains today, so I guess it's the perfect sort of the weather to drive. And to ride, of course. So let's come to my bike. I really like it, and it's a custom white Fireball, and I used to have a bike. Let's go with the story now. I used to have a bike when I was done with my schooling. So one fine day my dad asked me and he said, what do you want? I said, I want a bike, Dad. And he was like, okay. And he just got up and he took me to the showroom. That was it. He just asked on the way, which showroom do you want to go to? I was like, okay. Oh boy. I was like, okay, Bajaj. He's like, okay, no, that's not a problem. And it was such a pleasant surprise for me. I was never expecting this kind of response. I mean, no kid expects such kind of response from his father. Like, the father goes like, what do you want? He says, I want a bike. He's like, okay, let's go. That was quick, very quick. And so I got an Avenger back in the day. It was a beautiful bike. The suspension was heavenly. I mean, feel like God was literally what they meant riding the bike, and it was a masterpiece. I mean, that was the most comfortable two-wheeler I had ridden, and I kept it for a few years, but I did not get to drive it much because of one reason or another. I just could not ride the bike. I could not enjoy riding on it much, and eventually I sold it after 4 or 5 years of ownership. And that too was because my parents thought that somebody better be riding the bike. If it's not you, then let it be someone else. And I agreed with them. So after that, I had no plans of buying a bike, and I was done with having two-wheelers. I had no need for a bike. and that was it. I never thought I would buy a bike, or any two-wheeler for that matter. And come 2021, I landed a job in my hometown, and eventually I realized that I cannot commute in my car every day, so I needed something. I needed a two-wheeler, and that's when I started searching for a bike. See, when I bought a bike after my class 12, I must say I was not a very healthy man and I did not weigh much, so my sort of half-cooked dream of buying a Royal Enfield just could not be achieved. It could not have been accomplished in any way, because I would not have either looked good on the bike or handled the bike well. Although I'm not sure about the second one, because I've seen very, very thin people ride Enfields, but that's what I thought back in the day. I mean, I don't regret buying an Avenger. It's just that Royal Enfield was a missed opportunity back then. So this time when I realized that I need a bike, I thought to myself, why not? The Meteor was a new replacement to Thunderbird, and somehow this appealed to me most, because I knew the next generation of classic would be coming, and the one I was buying would be an older generation in even a month, as soon as the new bike was launched. And moreover, this new bike was more refined. It had a better engine, a newer engine, the chassis was improved, everything was improved on this bike, and it's only Meteor that was launched with a new platform. Although Bullet was something that amused me, I could have thought in terms of buying that bike, it was sort of a bare bones thing, and it has a cult following up here in the north. My decision just was not very firm enough for that bike. And I realized that this bike has a long waiting list. It was like 4 to 6 months, depending on what dealer you're talking to. That was not healthy. I wanted the bike, and I wanted the bike now. Well, there comes a temple. Java. Om Namah Shivaya. So I needed the bike, and I could not wait 4 months because my job was about to start, and I was also looking at Java then. Java 42 2.1 was the pick, and ironically I was looking at the white color of that bike, which suited me the most. I mean, I had a maroon bike initially, so I did not want to go for the red maroon thingy, and black bikes are apparently not my thing. Well, look at the valley. It's nice. So I was thinking in terms of buying the white Java. So I had talked to the dealer, and I was almost ready with the purchase, because I was not getting a Meteor anywhere, even to test ride, and I had not test ridden the Java as well. So I know people are going to hate me for this. I bought this bike without having a single test drive. But then a man's got to do what a man's got to do. So one fine day, a friend of mine told me about this dealer. He said, you should talk to this guy. He always comes up with solutions. I mean, this is what he literally said. I'm not joking. He always comes up with solutions. So I was like, okay, fine, I don't care. I talked to the guy. I asked him, this is my requirement. I want to buy a bike, and the bike has to be Meteor. Do you have any option available in which I do not have to wait for, say, 4 to 6 months? The guy said, let me check my warehouse and I'll let you know. I was more than happy. So I get a call back in, say, half an hour, and the guy says, okay, we have one available and it's in white. I was like, it doesn't come in white. He's like, it's a custom white. I was like, ooh, that seems to be a thing now. So he said that I'll send you a pic and you can check for yourself. If you like it, let me know and we can make a deal. I was more than happy to check it out. And he told me that it's the Fireball version, which was the version I liked the most out of the Fireball and the Supernova and the Stellar, because apparently the Fireball looked the most youthful out of these three. This clamp is loose. I don't want to stop and waste time, so there comes the 4-lane highway. So I was saying, I talked to the guy and he sent me the pics of this bike, and I was like, I love this bike, I want this bike, and that's it. I've made my decision. He said, like, you'll have to make a decision now because there's a lot of people waiting for this kind of a bike. Meteor has a lot of waiting, and this is also somebody who has cancelled the booking for his bike. That's how this bun is available in their warehouse. I was like, okay. So the next day was Saturday. I told him that we don't buy metal on Saturday. I can't do a booking on Saturday for especially a bike. And I assured him, come Monday, I'm gonna just buy it straight up ahead. I mean, I'm not gonna go for a booking or something. I'm gonna straight up buy the bike. The person seemed convinced. So come Monday, I went with my dad to the place, and by the afternoon all the formalities were done, and my bike was ready. I was handed over the keys. They were like, that's it, go ahead, enjoy the ride. And that's when, something hit me. I had never ever ridden a Royal Enfield before in my life. I just simply was standing there with a very heavy bike. I mean, at least it was heavy as compared to my old Avenger, and I just had to ride it for the first time, and I had to bring it home. So I told the guy, it was like there was this ramp sort of thing in front of the showroom. Hold on, there's another temple. I told the guy, I was like, can you just get it off the ramp for me? The guy just looked at me and he was like, okay. So that was a weird request, but I said, since this is the first time I'm riding this bike, he was like, okay, fine. He got it off the ramp for me. I turned the ignition on, and boy oh boy, why was I in love. Okay buddy, let me go. That's some traffic I'm facing. Was I in love? I mean, I really loved the bike. It was awesome, and it felt so good. The control was really nice. It had almost no vibrations. I mean, the vibration wise, it literally felt like I was riding my old Avenger. I just could not get what the fuss was about the Royal Enfields, and I just could not get it. And then I realized maybe people were talking about the older bikes that had a lot of vibration, and this one did not. So my decision of buying the one with the newer platform probably was a good one. That was it. There was no looking back. But somehow in the last year, ever since I've gotten the bike, I've only been able to ride it from home to my workplace and back. So there haven't been much of trips that I have been able to do with this bike. Although now that I'm planning to do some trips, I want to make sure that it doesn't go bad. So I'm doing all the preparations, and I'm starting my new motovlogging venture as well. So let's see how that goes. Ooh, Jaguar. That's a nice one. The F-Pace looks nice. It looks so neat. Although the tail lights, they remind me of the Evoque to some extent, not completely. How do you guys go about in turns? Do you lean or do you counter lean? It's a very long and very, very tiring argument, and there never seems to be a consensus. I'm just interested. Okay, why is this guy going the wrong way? So, I was talking about lean and counter lean. I guess I counter lean, I don't lean. But there are a lot of people who do otherwise. It totally depends on you, on what you are comfortable with. See, if I'm comfortable with a little bit of a counter lean instead of a lean, and I'm able to keep the bike stable, and I'm able to keep a good speed in the entry as well as the exit of a corner, I think that's it. That's it for me. If you are able to do that same thing while leaning and not counter leaning, then I guess for you that's it. You know what happens is that you're just so busy trying to overtake every next coming vehicle that you realize later on, once you stop, all of that hard work is gone. So what I do now, which I never used to do earlier, and what I suggest you can do, is never be so engrossed in overtaking every single vehicle, and just simply enjoy the ride. I guess that way you can be more at peace with yourself once you see the same vehicle again. Okay, I'm not sure what's going on here. Okay, that's some religious procession. Jai Mata Di. I guess last year there was a very famous accident in which a truck lost control and he sort of slammed at a very high speed, and he took a lot of cars and trucks and buses, I guess, with him. It was on the same road. It was at this very place that it happened. I don't know how he could have picked up so much speed on such a busy road. You lose track of time when you're enjoying your drive or ride, It's already been 1 hour and I just simply could not tell. I'm neither tired, well, maybe it's because of all the excitement of recording the video, talking, and maybe it's because I like the bike and I like the ride, which does not depend solely upon the condition of roads. It also depends upon how you take it. Oh boy, look at this line, look at it. Oh boy, just have a look. One of the reasons I prefer not coming in my car on this highway as well. It becomes too crowded. So like I said, 4-laning was a necessary evil. And that fear of somebody tailgating you will always be there. Okay, there seems to be an opportunity. I can take it. Although this looks scary. Whatever it is. That's my chance, as well as this guy's chance. There's the old Thunderbird. You know what, I'll have to get some sort of coating done on my bike's tank at least, because one, I'm tired of riding with the backpack, especially when the journey is around 1.5 hours long, and secondly, since I'm wearing these the leg guards, ever since they sort of touch the tank, I'm afraid I'll scratch it. Okay, there's a guy on my tail. I'm wary of such things. I guess it's my spatial awareness, but I'm wary of such things. If I see somebody on my tail, which was not there a while ago, that means he's faster than me, and if he's faster than me, I make sure to let him go the moment I can. Why? Because that's what I would expect as the faster vehicle for somebody else to do. So courtesy is a two-way street, You can only lead by setting examples. I mean, I want somebody to go home and realize, oh, there was a guy, he so courteously let me by. I'm gonna try that next time. So that's how you change people's hearts. I mean, that's my opinion. Oops, I'm on the wrong side of the road. There's a bullet, the good old-fashioned classic bullet, making a bike the way it was meant to be, raw. Okay, I have a squid with me, I maybe it's just a fast bike. Let's not be too eager to judge people, right? Okay, it's just a risky fast driver. Oh boy, you're shattering my beliefs about you every passing moment. That's a Java. And this was a big bump while I was trying to appreciate the Java. Thanks, road. Okay, buddy, which way are you gonna go? Thank you. I knew you were gonna follow the divider. Some people, you just look at them and then you realize they're meant to drive in the US. They're not meant for right-hand drive markets like India. No. They're too advanced for us. And look at this guy. Oh, bhai ji! Pare chalo! And there are these sorts of idiots. Who have rear view mirrors, but they lack sense. Common sense doesn't come easy or cheap, I guess. There was a time when this car was called Diesel Rocket, because 150 brake horsepower with a 2-liter engine used to be a big thing back then. And it sold like hotcakes. I guess it could easily be the best-selling vehicle from the house of Chevrolet. But then I guess eventually the company didn't really do that well on other fronts. I forgot to fuel up and my reserve has popped up, so I guess I need to take a detour. Otherwise I would have gone on this road, but I'll have to take a detour to the petrol pump just because I forgot to fuel up.